All right, guys. Well, good evening. Thank you all for coming out, especially my service planning team. I appreciate it, and all you guys do. My name is Tony Chacon. I'm the Community Relations Coordinator here at Long Beach Transit. And tonight we're going to be talking about the February 2026 proposed service change. Let's get into it. So before we get started, we'll be covering a little bit about LBT. I'll give you guys a background. We're going to do a little transit activity. Just to get in the right headspace, and you guys too, I want you guys to play along, right? Let's have some fun. And then we're gonna go over next steps in how to give public comment tonight, okay? So before we get started, besides our service planning team, how many of you guys ride our service? Awesome, good to see, that's what we love. And we'll get started, it takes us right into our mission. So at Long Beach Transit, we're dedicated to connecting communities and moving people, making everyday life better. It's actually my favorite part about my role. As a community relations coordinator, I get to go out to different community groups, neighborhood groups, schools, senior centers. I talk to our customers of all ages and potential customers. And what I get out of my job the most is when I get to connect those customers with the right programs or services that really helps get them to where they need to go. And I know most of my team members, and I'm sure the service planning team, they can echo that sentiment. It's really what keeps us moving here, working for a public transit agency. So our governance. I like to show this slide because you hear Long Beach Transit and you assume that we're a city department. We're actually not a city department, we're actually a separate public entity. Our big connection with the city of Long Beach is that the mayor appoints our board. So that's our big connection. I like to point that out when I do these types of presentations. So our service map. Another misconception, you hear Long Beach Transit and you think we just service Long Beach. But we actually service Long Beach and 14 other cities, including Cerritos, Paramount, Norwalk, Downey, just to name a few. So we have the greater Long Beach area, right? So we connect you to all over LA County. We have connection points that can connect you to Orange County as well. So looking at our fleet, or looking at Long Beach Transit at a glance, right? So we have over 250 buses. We operate 38 fixed routes in that greater Long Beach area. And then we're 100% mobility device accessible. And then one thing I like to say is that we're more than just a bus. How many of you guys have heard of the water taxis? Yeah? Awesome. So yeah, we're more than just a bus. We also have special services like our Museum Express service that operate during the summer, our water taxis that operate during the summer, our Galaxy Express, our UCLA Commuter Express. So we are more than just a fixed route bus service. Looking at our customers, so this is from recent survey data. 71% of our customers rely on LBT as their only source of transportation. And then 62% of our customers rely on LBT to get to work or school. Here in Long Beach, we're unique, right? Where LBUSC does not have a school bus system. So a lot of our students rely on LBT to get them to where they need to go each day. So this brings us to kind of why you guys are all here tonight. Service changes, right? So we have 3 service changes each year. I know our service planning team is super familiar with this, but just to get you guys, keep you guys informed, they happen in February, June, and August. Our June and August service changes, we really have them, like I said, to adjust for the school schedule with LBUSD, right? We make a lot of minor adjustments to adjust for that and prep for the influx of student customers that are going to be on our service. And then in February, this next one that's coming up is where we have more of our major updates, bus stop removals, route removals, that type of thing. And each of these service changes really give our team an opportunity to improve safety, service quality, customer experience. It really helps us improve our service throughout the year. All right, so let's get into this activity. I was gonna have you guys write down some words and stuff, but we're gonna do it verbally. I think you guys can shout it out. We can go around the room of service planning, customer relations communications. I hope you guys participate too. Let's make this a little fun. It helps us get into the right headspace before we really dig into the service change. All right, so the first one. So instead of writing down a word or two that best describes what public transportation and LBT means to you, I'll ask you to raise your hand. And I know it's a hard one. Emily.
Moving people.
Thank you. Mike.
Jobs and school.
Jobs in school. Anyone else?
Say reliability.
Reliability. I like that one.
Accessible.
Accessible. All right. Well, yeah, I think reliability, accessibility, moving people. I'm someone that grew up on the bus. I grew up in San Francisco. I took the bus every day. Growing up as a kid, probably from 4 to 18, I was on SF Muni, so all those things is why I like working at LBT and what I think about when I think about public transit. All right, in a word or phrase, how can LBT improve service? An example, late night service. This is just a dream scenario. It doesn't have to do with the service change, but what would you guys want to see out of LBT?
Increased frequency.
Increased frequency.
I would say longer buses.
Longer buses, so bigger buses, fit more people. Anyone else?
More weekend service.
More weekend service, I like that too, Mike.
Probably like less wait times on transfers.
Less wait time on transfers, so increased frequency, that type of
Yeah,
thing.
I guess that was it already.
Yeah, got you. Anyone else?
Increased passport frequency.
Okay, I like that one. All right, so we can dig into the service change. All right, so the proposed service change highlight. Thank you all for taking part in that fun activity. Let's get started reviewing the proposed service change for February 2026. All right, so the first one up, we kind of talked about it. Expanded late night service. So LBT is going to be expanding. We're proposing to expand late night trips for routes 21, 46, 61, 94, 173, 174, and 191. This comes after a recent customer value survey. We heard that our customers wanted more frequent service, especially longer hours, so we addressed that by increasing our late night service. And increasing those destinations you guys can get to late at night, right? We're Long Beach, or there's nightlife in Long Beach, and now maybe we could take the bus to some of those like late night activities, or if you work a late night job. Here are the proposed expanded service hours, and then compared to our current service hours. Wanted to show that to you guys. With the new proposed schedule, we'll be operating as early as 4:40 a.m. And ending service as late as 1:12 a.m. on a weekday. So I think that's a really good thing to see as we expand our service. After the presentation too, feel free to check out some of these boards. They have this chart on them, as well as copies of the slides. All that information is in your packets, so you guys can really view that schedule. All right, Route 21. So Route 21 and 23 will be combined to operate as a single route. Doing so is going to actually increase our consistent, will provide consistent 30-minute service while giving customers more access to more destinations such as Paramount High School and Walmart on the north side of the route. And we're also going to be increasing transfer capabilities by Route 21 and Route 71 are going to end at the same location now. So just giving our customers more options with Route 21, as well as increasing service from 60 minutes to 30 minutes. So really that type of improvement. That's why we're making this change. All right, Route 51 and 52 will be combined to operate as one route. It's going to be Route 51. This is going to provide more direct, consistent 15-minute weekday service to Compton College. As part of this adjustment, there's a few stops along Victoria and Santa Fe that will no longer be served by LBT. All right, Route 104. So routes 102 and 104 will be combined to operate as one route. This is going to provide our customers with consistent 30-minute service to the Long Beach Airport. This change will provide you with that 30-minute consistent service along Spring Street. as part of this change, Route 102 will no longer serve a portion of stops along Wardlow and Studebaker, but Route 173 will still continue to serve Studebaker. And then the big change for this service change, Route 81 will be discontinued. Alternative routes in the area include the 90s along 7th Street and the 40s along Anaheim. These are all within a quarter mile north and south of the route. We have a good map of it in the room right here if you guys want to take a look after the meeting or check a deeper look in your packets. This has been, Route 81 has been paused since March 2020. So it has been something that we've been looking at. It previously operated every 50 minutes. Every 50 minutes from 6:15 a.m. to 6:42 p.m. And this discontinuation ensures consistent service on our other routes within the area along 7th Street and Anaheim. All right, so the next steps for the service change. LBT will continue to promote the proposed service change through January 2026. The service change is scheduled for February 1st, 2026. And you can help us tonight by providing public comment and just helping spreading the word after tonight's meeting, right? Let your fellow customers that ride the LBT and friends and family know that you guys can actually put some input into this next service change by giving public comment. It doesn't have to be tonight. We're going to cover it a little bit later, but you can also email in your comments. You can call our customer care team and leave a comment as well on this service change. Before I open it up to public comment, I did want to cover Star 2, because you guys might be here and have ideas about LBT that aren't about this service change, right? Improving our service beyond the service change, and that's what really the STAR initiative is. So we launched the System-Wide Transit Analysis and Reassessment Initiative in 2018 to assess our bus system and determine if we were meeting our customers' needs. We brought it back recently because it hasn't been going on since 2018. We know the times have changed, our customers' needs have changed, and we're actually doing surveys right now online and on our buses. You can actually take our survey by scanning this QR code and going to our website and leave public comment online as well. And that doesn't just have to be about this service change, it can be about LBT in general. So tonight, we don't have to worry about public comment cards, there's only a few of us here, but we will open it up. We also have our service planning team here to answer any questions that you guys may have about the proposed changes. So I'd love to get it started with public comment. Any
I got a bunch of questions, but they're not related to service change.
Okay.
Because I'm just like a 90s and a 40s rider, really.
Yeah.
I'm like, live like pretty much 2 blocks down the street.
Okay.
So with reduced the 80s, are we gonna have more increased 90s times?
So without Route 81.
Yeah.
So we haven't had Route 81 since March.
Right. But
So I get your question.
Yeah.
So we've kind of already increased service along those routes. Bringing back Route 81 would take away those resources, right?
oh yeah, 81 doesn't matter to me. I
Figures.
was just like more like 90, like
More frequency on those routes.
frequency in the 90s. Another one I have is why is there no like you guys have the UCLA commuter, right? Why don't we have a downtown one?
That's a great suggestion. And I think what you can do is the STAR initiative I told you about.
Yeah, I already filled that out.
Oh, there you go. You left that comment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just wondering, that was like my main question tonight. I just wanted to know like why is there any chance that we could get maybe like an expressway bus or something like that
To downtown.
to downtown?
That's a great comment. We've actually heard it at our last STAR meeting. And our service planning team is here to hear that comment, so I think that's awesome. And Jennifer, my colleague, is actually taking really good notes. The thing about the public comment tonight, these notes will be reviewed by our service planning team and leadership, and all input will be taken into account. Thank you for that note.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a,
Yeah.
for your question, where would you want that express route to start in Long Beach?
Anywhere. I mean, probably downtown would probably be best. I would assume probably downtown, maybe hit like Willow Street Station for sure. Probably like Pacific and PCH. And then once you get to the 405, take us on the way up to downtown LA, yeah. I think, like, I like the A line, I don't mind it. I work in downtown LA, I work right by the Staples Center. So I think I like the A line, it's cool. But I think we all kind of know, like, the issues with Metro sometimes, even if it's a little overblown. So if Long Beach could provide something like that, for me selfishly, yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
Thank you. So more direct route downtown.
And
Yeah.
Jessica, sorry, I do want to introduce her. Jessica Signorella is our manager of service planning. Just in case you
Oh,
guys didn't meet her there.
Yeah, I think it would be pretty cool. I think for, especially if it was on like weekends or something like that, like I think those are people in Long Beach that would, especially students in Long Beach State for sure, they would probably maximize that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What about you, sir? Any public comment?
Well, this isn't really typical, but would there be any plans to bring back, like, say, the 2 Zap buses, because those also been on pause, but I know they're, just asking in general, because, I know this, the 96, like, it ran one direction in the, it ran one direction in the morning, and then the other direction in the afternoon. And then the 176 was a neat idea because it at least gets you to both city college campuses. So I don't know if you guys have any plans to bring those back. I mean, if you don't, I understand. So.
Jessica, do you want to address that one?
It's something we're still looking at.
Still looking at.
Through the STAR Initiative 2, STAR 2, our COA.
Yeah.
And we have received requests for it.
Okay, so I definitely encourage you, if you haven't filled out the STAR 2 survey or left public comment online, I think that's a great option.
All right.
Yeah, Mike, did you want to
Yeah,
add something?
and I'm Mike Gold, I'm also with Long Beach Transit. One of the issues with the 176 Act that I could address is that that's also a discussion with Long Beach City College because they operate a shuttle service between the two campuses,
That's
right?
exactly what I thought. Yeah, because they
Yeah.
have their own shuttles.
So we have we will have and have had discussions with LBCC to talk about how the two can work together or one or the other, because I think that's a big part of the equation that we don't want to compete with them and they don't want to compete with us. So that's an ongoing discussion.
That's fair enough. I understand. So.
Yeah. So and that's the big one.
Well, yeah, but yeah, thanks for the.
You're welcome.
response.
Any public comment regarding this service change? Yes. Anything that you liked about it? It doesn't have to be anything you didn't like about what you saw tonight?
But yeah, probably the whole changes, see more frequency from more buses, it's always a good thing, so, especially for people, especially for people that need to get to school or work, etc. So.
Routes don't really affect me. I do like the late night service though. That 1 a.m. 94 will definitely be a benefit.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming out tonight. Before we end it, I do want to thank you for participating. I know it's a smaller group, but it allows us to have a little bit more fun, get to know each other a little bit more, be a little bit more intimate. I want to stress this, right? As you guys are some of our customers, and for us to grow service and do things like this, we would love to increase ridership, right? So I encourage you guys to be LPT advocates and really pump, or try to encourage your friends, your neighbors, even if they have a car and they don't need to ride the bus, maybe take the bus here once in a while. It's not that bad, right? It's fun. I'm someone that lives just down the street, and I'm always trying to get my friends to hop on the bus, hop on the 40s on Anaheim, to go downtown with me for nightlife, but to even go out to dinner or check out downtown Long Beach, that side of town. So I encourage you guys to be LPT advocates if you can, especially if you want to see more changes like this and increase service and increase late night service in the future. So yeah, thank you guys. I'll end it on to encourage you guys to follow us on social media if you haven't already. You can also sign up for our e-newsletter to get up to date with everything going on with LVT. We release a monthly newsletter. It's pretty fun. I get to help write it. We feature customer stories and all the big major updates. And then our website has everything going on with LVT, including trip planning. With that said, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Feel free to ask us questions. We'll be hanging out here until 7. But yeah, thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Grab the cookies, too. Gusto's awesome.